sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Commonwealth of Massachusetts and Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. The keeper of the light sounds the foghorn to signal it's time for football. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Las Vegas Raiders and the New England Patriots. On the Raiders sideline, Pete Carroll, head coach here in New England, remember, 1997 to 99. The other side, it's Patriots head coach Mike Vrabel. His guys come in off what he described as a strong week of practice, looking to put one in the win column in front of these home fans. So what lies in store for these teams this season? The talking's done. We're about to find out. It's week 1, and off we go on EA Sports. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. So here comes the Patriots, and Greg, they are led by their second-year quarterback, the number 3 overall pick in 2024 out of North Carolina. It's Drake May.
Mike, as I think back to opening day over my years of playing in the NFL, it didn't matter if I was a rookie or going into my 14th season. I think every player goes into that game with just a little bit of extra nerves. Thinking, new season, new opportunity. Can I still do this at a high level? And you get through that first game, and it feels like you can finally take a deep breath and let the season unfold. There can be a lot of nerves in this one here today, but the team that settles down the fastest and just gets back to playing ball, they're going to have a big advantage coming away with a big win today.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 8. We'll go right back to Stevenson. And he's going to be bottled up quickly after a gain of about 1. And landing Roberts in there on the tackle. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Out of the gun, here's May. And that is incomplete. Hunter Henry was the one he was looking to connect with. And that'll set up 4th down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
So the Raiders come out, and Greg, they make a change at quarterback in the offseason. It is now year 13 for Geno Smith, but year 1 in silver and black.
Mike, isn't there just something different about week 1 of the NFL season? I mean, after months of anticipation, debate, speculation, it all gets settled on the field. New coaches, new teams, rookies playing their first time. Man, it's just an exciting time of year, and I'm pumped to be calling it alongside you.
That's to the rookie out of TCU, Jack Best. First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a 1st down.
And the Raider 1st down.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
A big play there for the Raiders. 32 yards.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
And he takes it down to the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. Good for a Raider 1st down.
1st down, Raiders.
Play action now. It's Geno. This is caught 2. And he's in. Brock Bowers. Touchdown, Las Vegas. For Gino, career touchdown pass number 106, but his first in silver and black.
And that was just a great drive. Really from start to finish, Mike, you could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm. Mix in run, mix in pass. Results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession worked to perfection. You can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns. Man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. To return, it's Antonio Gibson. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. So the Patriots, 4-13 last year. They make the coaching change. They find a quarterback they hope in Drake May. And all of a sudden, you bring Mike Vrabel in here, and Greg, it feels a little bit different around this Patriots squad.
It does, and listen, there's no question. In the NFL, Mike, we all know you need to be good at two spots if you want to be consistent over any period of time, and that's head coach, and they believe they got their guy in Mike Vrabel after the one-year tryout of Gerard Mayo. They feel like they finally landed on the person who can carry on that Patriots legacy, that identity, and then, of course, you need to be competitive, and you need to be set at the quarterback position. And now going into year two, Drake May, in the midst of chaos last year, Mike, he was pretty good. I mean, he did a lot of really good things with some really bad things going on around him. So they think they've got the quarterback checked. They think they've got their head coach of the future. Now just continue to build that roster, build an identity of winning, and this is going to go a long way towards doing that.
First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a first down. Show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. And a good run there. He's getting 5 yards. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 4. On play action, here's May. That one taken in by Douglas. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10.
1st and 10.
Working out of the gun, it's May. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Not what you want to see quarter 1 of week 1. 2nd and a yard. A give up the middle to Stevenson. And the Patriots are going to be set up with 1st and goal. He couldn't quite break the plane. They'll have it at the 1-yard line.
That's another Patriots 1st down. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Stevenson. No, he's not going to get in. In fact, they shoved him backwards. Back up to the 3. It's 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Raiders.
Operating for the shotgun. It's Madden. That is caught. And he's close to the goal line but didn't get in. Good job to make sure he doesn't cross the plane. And now it's 3rd and goal. They'll try and run. And here's Stevenson. A dive. And he's in. Ramondre Stevenson. Touchdown, Patriots.
When you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start, which is this was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. On the return, it is Trey Tucker. Get across the 20, mark him at 22-yard line.
Raiders take over.
This was a contender for a big change with 4-13 a year ago. And boy, did the Raiders do that in the offseason, in the draft, and free agency, but maybe most importantly, with the new head coach. What does Pete Carroll bring to the Silver and Black?
I think the thing that is so true about Pete is just his ability to be consistent. You know, no matter what team he was on, back in those USC days when he built that juggernaut, and then obviously the identity and the culture he brought to Seattle and their sustained success over a long period of time. He goes out, he brings in a very familiar face from Seattle. They trade for Geno Smith. They get Ashton Genty in the draft. This has the early makings of that ground and pound, play great defense, manage the game at quarterback that we saw Pete Carroll turn Seattle around pretty quickly years ago. So he's going to continue to stay true to his method, stay true to his process. And if it's anything like what we've seen before, I don't expect Las Vegas to be down very long.
Brings up second down.
Genty going to get it on the zone read, and he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on third down.
Smith from the gun on third down. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he is out of bounds at the 31-yard line.
Previous play is under review.
At issue, was he able to stay in bounds? The NFL rules, you're looking for either 2 feet or a body part that is not a hand to be down with possession of the ball. No bobbling, the ball not moving around. He has control, so that's what the referee is looking at here. So the challenge is unsuccessful, and he's going to have to be careful here because he has just one challenge for the remainder of the game. That one out in front of his big target. They cannot connect, and it falls incomplete. Second and 10.
Coverage by Carlton Davis.
Back is Smith. They'll try to set up the screen to Genty. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
Ashton Genty. A 2-yard gain on the play.
In motion is Myers.
Third down.
From the gun on third down, Smith. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
Geno Smith on the tackle. Robert Spillane on the tackle. A gain of 9 yards. First down, Raiders.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. So, first quarter in the books here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. Harris Evans on the scoreboard. And we're back to Foxborough in a moment. Quarter 2 begins. It is Raider football. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. As we are ready to get back underway. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play. Work to do now as they come up on second and long. In motion, Besh. On second down, Smith. That's to the right side and caught by Bowers. A couple of third down conversions already on this drive. This one tougher. This is third and 10. Open man is Besh. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down.
It's now fourth down.
Carlson's kick is good. And the Raiders will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. Ramondre Stevenson and the Patriots getting set for their next drive. An unbalanced look to the left here on first down. Greg, this AFC East, a division that really has been dominated by the Bills. The 5 straight division titles, it's hard to see who can knock them off that perch right now.
Yeah, I think until someone decides that that's going to change, I think you just have to assume that Buffalo remains the king of the East. And I think when you look at the bottom of the division with the Jets and New England, they're clearly in a rebuild. Young quarterbacks, new coaching staffs, trying to kind of get themselves out of the bottom of the division. Miami seems to me, I don't know if they're ready to compete necessarily with Buffalo directly, but Miami is a playoff caliber roster, a playoff caliber team. They've showed it in years past. So if anybody's ready to compete, I think it's Miami. I just don't know, Mike, if they are ready top to bottom over the length of the season to get enough wins.
Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got it. A Pro Bowler 4 years running, that is Max Crosby, taking him down for the first sack of this new campaign. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Now, May. This one, downfield, looking for Henry. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down. Here's Bryce Behringer now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This will be returnable from his own 15. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. They'll motion the tight end, Thomas. On first down, here's Gino to throw. Looking middle, and he's got Myers.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense. Rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is first down.
A gain of 4 yards. And a Raider first down.
From the gun, it's Gino. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. One of the Patriots has it.
Something these running back coaches preach all the time, Mike, is you can't sacrifice the ball for additional yardage. And I think we had a case of that going here. I love the effort. I love the fight. But it can't come at the expense of the ball. Everything in football is about protecting the ball itself. And in this case, just a little bit too loose with it. They're able to pop it loose, and that's a big turnover.
So now the New England offense getting ready for their next possession. You know, Greg, you start to think about, okay, who are the teams that didn't make the playoffs last year that have a chance this year? Look, it happens every year. We just have to identify who they are. Who are a couple top of mind for you as we start 2025?
You know, as I start the AFC, I think the Cincinnati Bengals, and you got to think the way their season ended last year, they rattled off 5 wins straight, really on top of Joe Burrow. We could have made the argument if they're a playoff team that Joe Burrow was the best player in the league. I mean, he was incredible. Most weeks, Mike, he single-handedly carried that offense. Now, new defensive coordinator in Al Golden coming from the college ranks. Can he just make that defense in Cincinnati average? Because if they just play a little bit better with that high-profile offense, I think they're a team. They might not win the division with Baltimore, but they're going to be close and maybe at least get one of those wild card spots.
Why don't you flip it over? Who are the guys you watch in the NFC?
You know, I think Dallas is going to find themselves, just the fact that I know the division is difficult. Obviously, Philadelphia remains really strong. Does Washington kind of regress a little bit back now in year 2? They were the high-profile, big splash team of last year. Do they regress to the median? Time will tell. But I think healthy Dallas, healthy Dak, healthy Micah Parsons, like that roster that we saw play last year is not the roster on paper that we expected to see. So I think Dallas has a chance. I think San Francisco always is going to be a team, again, dealt with their own injuries last year with McCaffrey and all the stuff on defense. So I think San Francisco and Dallas are 2 perennial teams we expect to be in the playoff hunt. They missed out last year. I wouldn't be shocked to see them back in it again this year. Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short gain.
He's going to be out of bounds, but he's got the first down. A pickup of 8.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, Las Vegas.
They'll run it straight ahead now with Genty. They're going to mark him down right at the 30-yard line. A gain there of 11. First down, Vegas.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Raiders.
They'll go play action. It's Smith. He's got the tight end there.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding him to just a short gain.
In motion, Besh. They will not get this one off. It'll be a delay of game. From the 31, here is second down and 9. To throw, here's Smith. Catch made right side by Thomas. And he's got about 5 on this one before he's out of bounds. And they're set up a little bit better for third down. Working out of the gun, Smith. He connects with the open man. That's Myers. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. He'll get himself looked at, but this is not how you want to begin a new campaign. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Genty. And the strength on display, rattling through tacklers for a gain of 8 yards. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's second and a couple. And he's out of bounds, down inside the 35.
Complete to Trey Tucker. A gain of 12. And the Las Vegas first down.
Smith now to throw on first down. He's into space past the 25. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
Ashton Genty. A gain of 21 yards. First down, Raiders.
A first down throw for Smith. The coverage too good downfield. They'll wind up taking him down. The linebacker, Keon White, working his way in to register his first sack of the new season.
And that's a big-time play. It felt like they really needed it, Mike. That was a drive where the offense seemed to be in complete control. Anytime on the defense where you find yourself on your heels, you're giving up big plays, you're giving up a fresh set of downs.
And he cannot get away, brought down. And that sack will bring us to the 2-minute warning. Good drive now faces a tough conversion. It is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Smith. He'll let this go towards the end zone. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete. He was looking for Jack Besh that time. And that's going to lead to a 4th down.
Daniel Carlson for the Raider field goal. A 43-yard attempt.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Raiders going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Marcus Jones now to return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Patriots offense ready to get back at it. You know, Greg, as we get the season going, obviously the adjustment to last year's new kickoff rules in place. We talked to a lot of coaches during the year. Folks didn't seem too bothered about letting the other team have the ball at the 30-yard line after a touchback. But the 35-yard line, I don't know, does that feel any different to you?
You know, it does, and I think the part that people don't talk about enough, Mike, is the impact that it's making on going for it on fourth down, not settling for field goals. Because remember, in the old days, if you got stopped inside the 5 or you scored inside the 5, it was all the difference about my kick to touchback.
And I believe the referee was buzzed by the replay officials, indicating, let's get a closer look at this. They trigger this automatically in the last 2 minutes of the half. Demario Douglas, the intended target. So the official upstairs and the replay center in New York get the second look, and indeed this call will be overturned. He takes off, and he'll give himself up here, but it's a gain of 5 on first down. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
At the 29-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's May. That'll be complete to Gibson. And this yields nothing. He's out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage. Throwing on third down is May. He'll try to run for it. New England going to take their second timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. A great job of knowing when to go. He gets 17 yards on that run and a first down. They'll run it here with Antonio Gibson. What a move! He's in! Antonio Gibson. Touchdown, New England.
That's a heck of a run right there, and I can't tell you, Mike, how many running backs coaches I've heard over the years say, your responsibility with the ball is to make the first guy miss. We can't block everybody on the field. That's the role of a good running back, and you see it here. All it takes is one missed tackle to get this guy in space, and he's able to do the rest with his legs and take it all the way.
Makes the score Patriots 14. Raiders
Still a little
13.
time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. On the return, here comes Tucker. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense and Geno Smith getting ready for their next possession. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. Spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. Quick throw. Here's Besh on the RPO. Now the Raiders going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. In motion, Besh. Throwing on second down, Smith. He'll find Genty out of the backfield. And he's going to have the first down as he gets out of bounds, and he stopped the clock as well.
And the Raiders first down.
Here's Smith. Short throw, that's pulled in by Mayer. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
A gain of 14. First down, Las Vegas.
On first down is Smith. That's caught left side by Bowers. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Now the Raiders going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in half number 1. On first and 10, here's Smith. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Smith. A throw right side. Taken in by Tucker. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome into the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you on an abridged halftime report. Good competitive first half. This game kind of has a punch-counterpunch feel to it, as reflected on the scoreboard. Tight game going into the second half. Can either team pull away? To find out, let's go back to the stadium and our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Certainly a tightly contested first half, and you'd expect more of that here in the second half. A one-point game as quarter 3 begins. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Raiders offense and Ashton Genty heading back out onto the field here. And you look at his numbers as a pass catcher in this one. They've lined him up in different spots, shifted him around, and they've made him a real weapon in the passing game. They'll start on the ground with Genty. And a good piece of running there. He'll get about 9 yards past the 35-yard line.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 1. They drive a zone read. It's Smith on the keeper. He's going nowhere. Losing yardage on that play.
Tackled back at the 33-yard
So it's just a simple read, but it's really well defended. They had both the give and the pull reads both accounted for, and the play ends up going nowhere.
From the gun on 3rd down, Smith. That's caught by Bowers. He's going to have that first down, gain of 6, as they convert on 3rd down.
First down.
They'll run with Genty. Well, he shows you the elusiveness getting out of one tackle, but not the other. Fortunate, really, to get back to the line of scrimmage on that play. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
At the 40-yard line.
To throw is Smith. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. It'll be a pickup of 10. Good for a Raider first down. Here's Genty. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 11. And they'll move the chains with another first down.
And the Raider first down.
Now Smith. Over the middle. That's the tight end, Bowers. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a first down in this spot.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
Milton Williams on the stop.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9. At the 22-yard line.
Smith. He's going to keep it himself. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. One of the Patriots has it.
That was a great play by the defense, Mike. He got a little sloppy with ball security as he leaves the pocket. They're able to knock it loose and put an end to this drive.
The Patriots offense ready for their first possession of this second half. You know, Greg, early on, it's always new faces in different places. Off-season movement, what caught your eye?
Well, I think there's so many good ones, right? You talk about Stephon Diggs. He ends up in New England, and Cooper Kupp now. He's moving on to Seattle from the Rams, but I think it's the guy the Rams signed to replace him, Davante Adams. I know he's not the youngest anymore, but watching him play in New York with Aaron Rodgers last year with the Jets, he can still run, he can still make every catch, he can still go up and compete at the high point. I think you put Davante Adams with Matthew Stafford, Puka Nacua, in that offense run by Sean McVay. I think that's a sneaky, maybe not a sneaky because he's a really household name, but I think that's a great signing.
And Always interesting from the offseason, the quarterback movement and unique ties. Some of the biggest names were or now are Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah, now the guy that is going to line up behind center for Seattle, Mike, is Sam Darnold. And, of course, we all saw that incredible season he had last year in Minnesota with Kevin O'Connell and Justin Jefferson and that really dynamic Vikings offense. So now he goes to Seattle. I think he's going to have an inspired Cooper Kupp. He was let go from the Rams. If he's healthy, he's a big weapon. Jackson Smith-Njigba, he has some...
Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. That's big Christian Wilkins getting in there to bring him down. His first sack of the season.
You can tell the quarterback has built a lot of confidence in his ability to make plays today with his feet. The defense has had a hard time keeping him in check, and this time, much better job in pursuit. Even though he was able to get outside the pocket, they were able to chase him down and bring him down for a sack.
And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line.
That's good for a Patriots.
They'll run here with Gibson. And he's able to push through the tacklers to pick up 6.
Tackle made at his 48-yard
From the 48-yard line, here's second and 3. A carry now for Gibson. And he's going to have a first down. Good run down inside the 45-yard line.
It's a gain of 8. That's another Patriots first down. First and 10.
Now Gibson. Not much there. Maybe a yard.
Antonio Gibson, ball carrier. Jermaine Pratt there on the tackle. A gain of a yard. Brings
From
up
the 42-yard line, here's second and 8. Off the play fake, here's May. Exiting the pocket right. Off he goes. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Good decision to take off. He gets 15 yards and a first down.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Here's Gibson. He'll move the pile forward. Let's give him a couple. Big Tonka Hemingway in there for the tackle.
Brings up second down.
From the 23, here's second down and 7. On the ground, Gibson. Into space. And he'll bring this inside the 15. That's good enough for the first down.
9 yards. And the Patriots first down. First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Now the former Buckeye, it's Travion Henderson. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. He'll get himself looked at, but this is not how you want to begin a new campaign. Hook him up on a second down and 8. Working out of the gun. It's May. Nowhere to go. He is taken down. Max Crosby. He works his way in to record the second sack of his young career.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again. You're one big defensive play from changing everything about this drive, and what once looked like a promising drive, following that sack, looks a little bit different now.
On third and long, here's May. This defense hitting their ears back, coming to get him again. The 7th overall pick in 2023, Tyree Wilson. He gets there for the sack, setting up fourth down.
Feels like they needed that sack this entire drive. It feels like the defense was really on their heels. The offense was taking it to them really however they wanted to. So to be able to take a deep breath now, disrupt the rhythm of the drive by getting that sack, might go a long way now to allow them to get off the field. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
To return is Tucker. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Terrific return. He's taken down just shy of midfield. The Raiders offense and Ashton Genty heading back out onto the field here. Greg, you take a step back and look at the AFC West big picture. This is historic stuff. Chiefs are going for a 10th straight division title, but you have to remember, two other teams in this division won double-digit games last year. So the question is, are the Chargers and the Broncos that far behind Kansas City?
You know, it sounds crazy when you mentioned 9 in a row. You think, oh, they're just going to continue to run away with it. But I'm actually fascinated by this division. I think L.A. and Denver are a lot closer to this year's version of Kansas City, maybe than there's a lot of talk about around the rest of the league. So until someone beats them, you'd be crazy to not pick Kansas City. But last year it was a 4-game and a 5-game spread between them. I think this year, come down the stretch, that spread is going to be a lot tighter.
No, Greg, I'm thinking if I'm a fan or even in the front office for the Chargers, or the Broncos, or the Raiders, do I build my team to try to knock off the king of the hill? Because you only play Kansas City 2 of those 17 games. So how do you factor that into your construction?
Yeah, I think it's such a great point. It's really fascinating to dive into. And while I wouldn't necessarily build my roster to just beat Kansas City or to just beat, whoever you view as the top team in the division, you do want to find some commonalities among your 3 division opponents and make sure you are built to play within your division. No, that's 6 of the 17 now. Winning the division, you get you home playoff games. There's a lot on the line when you win your division and compete for that title. So yes, every team has to build their roster. If you have a bunch of really good quarterbacks, you better be able to rush the passer and play pass coverage. If you're playing a lot of ground and pound, big running backs, you better be really good on the inside of defense and be able to defend the run. So there's themes across every division, and the teams that are built to compete within the division are usually the teams that find themselves in the playoffs.
In motion, Besh. From the gun, it's Gino. That one, incomplete. Coverage outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot, and now it is 4th down.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on 3rd down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up 4th down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6?
And they're gonna pick it up here. They took a chance and it paid off. 1st and goal coming up.
1st and goal, Raiders.
Here's Genty. He'll get maybe a yard down to the 4-yard line. Inside the 5, it is 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard.
Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it, and he is going the wrong way. Tackled back at the 7. For the lead, here is 3rd and goal. Gino to throw. He'll try and and he's in! Geno Smith, touchdown Vegas. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that 4th quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
Carlson's kick is good. And the Raiders go up by a field goal as they lead it by 3. So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown, time to kick it back the other way. On the return, here comes Gibson. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Patriots offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Now May. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
A gain of 15 yards. First and 10 at the 40.
Made on first and 10. He's going to let this one go deep. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively. All over him. And it'll be second down. They'll give on the ground. And he's followed up after a gain of a yard.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
And this is caught on the sideline. Going to have the first down. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe not. They say the feet were out of bounds. Wow. Big, tight call there. For the moment, it'll be fourth down. And the Patriots ready to kick it away. They'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the fourth quarter. That one hit inside the 10, but it bounces forward into the end zone. And they'll bring it back out to the 20-yard line. The Raiders offense and Geno Smith getting ready for their next possession. The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10. On the ground, it's Genty to start the drive. And good hard running there. He'll push his way forward. Gain of about 5. So from the 25, it's second and 5.
Brings up second and 5.
Once again, it's Genty. Oh, and the rookie puts it on the deck. It's a fumble.
And with all this talk about ball security, I can tell you firsthand, Mike, a lot of it just becomes mental. It's like the more you think about it, the more you stress it in practice, it almost gets worse. It's one of those things that when it starts to spiral, it's just hard to pull yourself out.
The Patriots offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll start with a golden opportunity here to move out in front. Great field position to start out. It's first and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. That is caught. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line. That is a gain of 22, and it sets up first down and goal. What a moment in this game. A touchdown would give them the late lead. It is first down and goal. That one broken up in the end zone. It's incomplete. Wow, the coverage excellent there. It'll bring up second and goal. Gibson, and he is not going to get to the goal line. In fact, he's even going to lose yards on that play. And now it is third and goal.
This is a play, Mike, that makes me want to run down there, throw on a uniform, and try to help out. I mean, I think at this point, I could help clear enough room to get 1 yard. Heck, I might be able to get 1 yard myself. That's disappointing that they're unable to capitalize.
He'll try and throw. Here's May. He's got his man, middle of the end zone. Hendrick Ford. Touchdown, Patriots. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
Next to score, Patriots 24, Raiders 20.
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown, trying to kick it back the other way. On the return is Dylan Laube. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense and Geno Smith getting ready for their next possession. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with a way to keep them contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go. And he's turned a number of those into big plays. Open man downfield. He's got his tight end, Bowers. to Genti. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. A pickup of 14 on that one. First down, Vegas.
First down, Raiders.
On the bootleg, it's Smith. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd down at the Patriots 30.
Here's a handoff to Genti. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. He'll get himself looked at, but this is not how you want to begin a new campaign. Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Smith. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. 16-yard pickup on that one. Good for a Raider first down.
And the Raider first down.
Quick throw. Here's Besh on the RPO. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5. At the 10.
Working out of the gun, Smith. He pulls it in around the 5. To the goal line and in. Jacoby Myers. Touchdown, Raiders. Now this, an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late. So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. And this one sent all the way over the back line. No thought of putting this in the landing area. So it'll come out, per the new rule, to the 35-yard line. Here's May to throw it on first down. Now a shot here, deep middle. That is brought in. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. A big one here in the 4th quarter. 38 yards.
At the 27-yard line.
All 3 timeouts, plus the 2-minute warning remain as we get set for 1st and 10. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line. A pickup of 12 yards. Good for a Patriots first down.
Patriots.
2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter.
15-yard line.
Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Gibson. This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain. They'll drop to throw. That's to the left side and taken in by Diggs. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. He'll get himself looked at, but this is not how you want to begin a new campaign. Important moment here, 3rd down and 4. It is brought in the end zone. Pop Douglas. Touchdown, New England. Rodriguez now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Pats have taken a 4-point advantage.
Raiders 27.
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Laube now to return it. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Raiders offense and Ashton Genty heading back out onto the field here. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Smith. To the right side, hauled in by Myers. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. Double as good there. They get the 1st down and save a timeout. They'll go right back to Myers. Now timeout Vegas. That is their 2nd. Get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining.
At the 49-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd down. Smith looking to get that wide receiver screen set up, but this one will not work. It's incomplete.
He was defended by Marcus Jones.
From the gun on 3rd down, Smith. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
An 8-yard pickup. 1st down.
Now here comes the spike, and they stop it with exactly 50 seconds on the clock. A 2nd down throw for Smith. That one caught by Tucker. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Here's Gino. That's left side to Tucker. And he's going to get awfully close to the 1st down marker, but appears just to be a few inches short.
It's now 4th down.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. He's got it at the 7, and they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
1st down, Las Vegas.
From the gun, it's Gino. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play.
This game has certainly not been for the faint of heart, Mike. I mean, we've been riding the ups and downs the entire time. But what a job by this offense. Game on the line to find a way to score and take the lead with very little time remaining.
From a yard deep, he's going to bring it out. He'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop.
The Patriots take
Here's
over
1st and 10.
At their own 21.
Throwing now is May. That's going to be incomplete, so no help there. And we're likely down to a final snap.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the
Here comes 2nd down. Here we go. One final play. And that's going to be incomplete. The defense holds here in the final minute, and they're going to get out of here with a victory. So this one, a win for the visiting Raiders. And it's a great start to the new regime for Pete Carroll. He gets his 1st win as the Raiders head coach. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long, everyone.